Hey guys, Chris MLC. Welcome back to the channel. Now earlier in this year I did a video on a hydraulic power pack I built for a gentleman in North Carolina, and I wanted to do more video on it, but with the time crunch and the way things are going and figure things out as I go, I just didn't have time to do the video. As it were, he called me and ordered a second pack. I worked on the roll cage last night. Vendor was giving me some fits, but got it all worked out. That is going to be our oil reservoir. We have the motor. We have the tubing to build the platform, have the pump, have the mount, Lovejoy. Only thing I don't have at this moment is the hoses and fittings, and it doesn't look like I'm going to have them for a couple days. Now here's our pieces. I brought them in from the truck, got them up around the welding table, and we have two formed C's. This makes the top and the bottom. This is the side. This is the face and our other side. Now we have to come in here yet and got to notch these corners to get this to slide back. So we're gonna have to cut a hole here in the top for our fill. We have one for a return, and we have another one that'll go up here. That's our suction line. And then we've got one for the bottom for a drain. Now on the return, what we'll do with the return is we gotta assemble this. This will be on the inside. So this will be inside, like here will be our wall. And this is how our return's gonna work. We'll come in and we hit this gooseneck and come down. And this is gonna help, instead of just shooting fluid back through the return here, it's gonna help with aeration, to keep the foaming to a minimum. All right, we're gonna start laying this out. This is gonna be our top. Now the filler is just centered, 16.5, so we're 8.25. Should I build or buy a hydraulic tank? I mean, yeah, I could. We make them where I work all the time. We rarely buy a reservoir. I was like, what the heck? And I can get exactly what I want in the shape I want to fit what I want. Perfect. I think that'll work. The question is, do I have a rib nut that will match the fasteners that came with the filler? I do not, but what I do have plenty of is 1/4-20s. So we'll have to or do I dare just, that's only 10 gauge. So what to do? Need to drill some more holes. Okay, well there's the first part of the top put together. There's our filler. Last time I used, I put a pipe plug up there. I had one of these bungs on top of it. This is the only thing I could get at the time. And I just put one of these in there. But you can imagine trying to fill 27-gallon tank, 25-gallon tank with that takes a few minutes. So this time around, I opted to put in the bigger filler with a screen mesh filter. So I think that'll work out a lot better for what we got going on. And I'll just keep this one around for, I'll throw it on a part shelf and at some point in time she might come in handy. Okay, now next, poor old slugger soon. It's better days. Ink. All right. Alright guys, well I got the material cut for the base. Have it tacked up. Now overall we're 51 inches long and we're 24 inches wide. Got some 3x2 runners for the main rails and 2x1 11 gauge for cross. Now there will be another cross in here, possibly two. I'm doing this a little bit different than the last one I built, but the motor plate sits here, the tank sits there, and there's gonna be a couple extra lateral braces in here right under the motor. I'm gonna get this welded up and then we can set the motor plate on here and start drilling holes for the motor mounts. All right, so the motor plate's on there. It's all welded down. We got our welds ground down where the tank's gonna sit. Now we just gotta get the drawing for the motor. This is the front engine. The PTO side. So now we just got to lay out our hole pattern for the motor mounts. going to be satin black, then the rest of the pieces are going to be gloss black with the exception of the cover plate on top. That's going to be satin black like last time. Now the satin black that I use, and I use this pretty much religiously because I love it. I like the blackjack from Prismatic Powders, but I've really, this super matte black from Columbia Coatings matches the race car aluminum that we use pretty much to a T. So we're going to take the Electron and get this thing going. hydraulic tanks out of the oven. Now we're just waiting on the motor tray and dash guard. All right, I'll get back with you as soon as the parts are out of the oven. Now we're going to put on our return filter. Now on this side of the filter, we're putting in this is a 3/4 MPT, so we're going 3/4 MPT to 3/4 GIC. That'll go here, and then we have extension hoses that'll run to the truck with wing couplers. Alright, and that's our return line all taken care of. Alright, and that pretty much, there's our suction line. That is pretty much going to wrap up the tank. Now I've already got the plug put in the bottom, we got a return line on, we got our breather filler cap put on, tank's bolted down. So now we're to the point where we're gonna have to build the motor. All right guys, I'm sorry if it's loud, but man, it is hot out tonight. So I got the fan right there and it's just killing us. But here's the engine. It says Predator 22 horse. I got the top hat mounted, got the pump mounted, and in there we got the Lovejoy. Pump on this one's a little bigger. This is a 11.86 gallon per minute pump, and that's 11.86 gallons at 2,000 RPM. We have a 3/4 inch suction side, and then we have a 5/8 number 10 pressure side. So we got to put a couple fittings on here real quick, get this thing kitted out on the back side, and this thing will be ready to bolt down to the motor tray. All right, guys. Well, here we are. Didn't really see the need to show doing the top here because we went over that in the first video for this, but this is the finished product. We have the 22 horsepower 670 Predator. So the motor is a counterclockwise rotation motor. The pump is an 11.86 gallon per minute pump, and it's a clockwise rotation. Since the motor is counterclockwise facing this direction, we need a clockwise pump facing this direction, so we actually pressurize. 3/4 suction and feed lines. We got our two 48-inch whips with wing couplers, 3/4 inch wing couplers that will go on there to get down to the trailer or from the truck to whatever trailer you're using. All right, guys, thanks for stopping by and checking out the video of the 25 horsepower hydraulic power pack. This one was a fun one to build, but they're always all fun to build. I really enjoy doing this kind of stuff. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like down there. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. Also, hit the bell icon down in the corner so you're notified when I upload new content. And as always, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next video.